Shit.
For real. Let it go, let it go.
What happens when loyalty turns into betrayal and legends clash with rising stars? Floyd Mayweather, the undefeated boxing icon, faces one of his most personal challenges yet. Not from an opponent in the ring, but from someone he once called family. Gervonta Davis, the young fighter Mayweather mentored for greatness, has now become his rival. And this time, it's personal. Calvin Ford, Tank's former coach who guided his career from the start, has now joined forces with Floyd under Mayweather Promotions. This sparked a public clash between Floyd and Tank, leading to a heated argument that escalated into a full-blown brawl, leaving the boxing world shocked. This isn't just about pride, it's a fight for power, legacy, and control. While Calvin's move seemed like a smart business decision to Tank, it felt like a deep betrayal.
You know, Calvin, he been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had to train Tank, when I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together, I used to take him to work with me. And he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember, Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 feet in and 1 feet out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it, like, focus on the goal, you know, and them guys, they went left, and unfortunately, they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like that. Do you want him to go to jail or you want him to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
If I ain't had the people I had around me, like the people that started with me and things like that, I probably would have been off the scene for a long time. Wow.
Calvin Ford isn't just any coach. He's the one who helped turn Tank into a knockout star. From the tough gyms of Baltimore to sold-out arenas, Calvin and Tank were an unbreakable team. But now, Calvin's decision to join forces with Floyd has caused tensions that no one saw coming.
Who do you want to see? You, as a guy that's in his trainer, that's like a father figure to him, you're training him all the time, you know him, both y'all from the streets of Baltimore the whole bit. Who do you want to see Tank fight next?
I want him to get all of them that ran their mouth.
Tank has always spoken openly about his rocky relationship with Floyd, accusing him of being controlling and ignoring his growth. When Calvin joined Floyd's team, it felt like the ultimate betrayal to Tank, and he wasn't going to stay quiet about it.
You know, Calvin, he been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had to train Tank, when I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together, I used to take him to work with me. And he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember, Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 feet in and 1 feet out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it, like, focus on the goal, you know, and them guys, they went left, and unfortunately, they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like that. Do you want him to go to jail or you want him to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
If I ain't had the people I had around me, like the people that started with me and things like that, I probably would have been off the scene for a long time.
Floyd and Tank's confrontation began at a charity event in Las Vegas. What should have been a peaceful gathering quickly turned into a dramatic scene. Tank confronted Floyd in front of cameras, accusing him of betrayal for signing Calvin Ford. Tank reportedly shouted, "You took the one person who had my back. You can't stand to see me win without you." Floyd, never one to back down, fired back, "I made you, Tank. Don't forget who gave you this platform. You think Calvin's going to help you beat me? Keep dreaming." The argument quickly escalated, with both men shouting over each other. Tank accused Floyd of sabotaging his career out of jealousy, while Floyd called Tank ungrateful for everything he had done for him. Witnesses described the scene as explosive, with the tension rising in the crowd.
Well, my thing is, I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great things about him, always pushed him to be great. And, but over the years, it's constantly going on the internet, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd. Constantly be disrespectful, when all I ever been was respectful to try to help this fighter go as far as he could possibly go. That's all I ever did.
It didn't take long for the argument to turn into a fight. Things got out of control when Tank pushed Floyd and chaos erupted. Members from both teams rushed in to break them up, but soon punches started flying. Video footage shows Tank throwing punches at one of Floyd's team members, while Floyd was held back by security.
Bitch, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. When I catch you, motherfucker, I kill you, motherfucker. You crazy? Chill. I know the fuck they playing with. I don't play no motherfucking games. I'll fuck you up, motherfucker.
Calvin Ford, who was at the event, tried to calm things down but ended up becoming the target of Tank's anger. "You're a sellout," Tank shouted at his former coach. The fight went on for several chaotic minutes before security stepped in. Thankfully, no one was seriously hurt, but the damage to their reputations and their already strained relationship was done.
Waiting to sit down and talk to him one-on-one, saying what his mental at. Whatever he want to do, I just prepare him for it mentally, you know what I'm saying?
After the fight, Tank went live on Instagram to talk to his fans and didn't hold back. He said, "Floyd's always been about control. He can't stand that I'm doing my own thing." Tank also mentioned that his upcoming fight with Lamont Roach had been overshadowed by the drama. "I should be focusing on my next fight, but instead I'm dealing with this mess. They're trying to break me, but I'm built for this." The feud between Floyd and Tank is more than personal. It's a clash of ideas. Floyd is the old-school businessman who controls everything in his empire, while Tank represents a new generation of fighters who value independence and staying true to themselves.
What set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of this
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
As things settle down, one big question remains. What does this mean for Tank's career? With Calvin Ford now working with Floyd, Tank faces a tough challenge. Not only is he preparing for his fight against Lamont Roach, but he's also fighting the idea that he can't succeed without his old team. Speaking of the fight, Lamont Roach is no easy opponent. Tank, known for his knockout power, has a record that speaks for itself. Undefeated with many stoppages, we all remember that brutal body shot against Ryan Garcia that knocked him out cold. Tank doesn't just win, he makes a statement every time he steps into the ring.
Tank Davis.
Bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. You know, back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer, George was a puncher, Ernest Shavers was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition.
Yes,
He's doing that a lot.
And he got to be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you got to be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So I think you got to be careful of. Other than that, Tank is a really good fighter.
That's what makes this fight so interesting. Tank is the heavy favorite, but let's be honest, it's not just about winning for him. It's about proving to the world that he's still at the top and that no one in the division can beat him. But with that comes a lot of pressure, and all eyes will be on him.
Yeah.
Roach might not have the same one-punch knockout power as Tank, but he's a master of the technical side of boxing. He's a counterpuncher with great footwork and knows how to frustrate aggressive fighters like Davis. Roach has been studying Tank's style and made it clear during the face-off that he's not here to be just another highlight in Tank's career.
Punching the ceiling, but nothing is feeling like anyone has any fucking ability to even stick to a subject is killing me. The inability to pin humility, the back home. On the freaking minute, got me thinking of finishing everything with a seed a minute, and reaping the benefits. I'm asleep at the quillican as I'm thinking about an evil intent of another feed, I'm killing it. Cause even if I got it in a beating, it can even get me.
With Calvin Ford out of the picture, it will be interesting to see how Tank handles this fight with his new coach, Derek James. Derek is no stranger to Tank. He actually trained Frank Martin, one of Tank's recent opponents. What makes this even more intriguing is that Derek has been studying Tank's style for a while, but now, instead of figuring out how to beat him, he's been brought in to train him for his next fight.
Y'all got to watch these guys, man.
He's a good fighter, yeah.
He was a Golden Gloves champ from Indianapolis, right?
That's right. National Golden Glove champ, yeah.
Yeah, man, and he's got some skills, dog. Like, I was like, that's a good one to add to the squad if you're going to add one.
How old is he?
I think he's like 26.
Okay.
So he's still young.
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah. Still, and listen, this thing about it, he's still getting better. He's still, because this is our third fight together. So you got to understand that, like, once he gets everything I'm telling him, the growth process, he's going to be amazing. And listen, he may be fighting for a world championship pretty soon, so.
I was going to say, I wouldn't mind watching him and Gervonta Davis, right?
Yeah, the same way, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
they sparred before the same way, same way.
Oh, they have sparred before?
They sparred before, yeah.
How'd that go?
I don't know how it went. Yeah. I wasn't there.
What you think about Gervonta Davis?
I like him. I like him as an individual, man. I like him. I know him, and I like him. I think it'll be a good fight. I think that Frank matches up pretty well.
Yeah.
But most of the guys that Gervonta, I think, will be probably the toughest.
From Ford to James, time will tell if this change is an upgrade or a setback for Tank. For Calvin Ford, joining Mayweather Promotions has been a tough choice. On one hand, it's a chance to work with one of boxing's greatest minds. On the other, it has cost him his bond with Tank. It's a big shift from the days when Ford stood by Tank and spoke against Floyd, to now being part of Floyd's team.
Another thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, It's a rocky road that we're seeing what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story's going to reveal itself, But again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said, let's say the true colors of a person is coming out, man, because they can't stand it. Calm is I don't like using that word calm, but our Lord knows. He knows.
Why would Calvin Ford, who has always been by Tank's side, suddenly make this move? Ford has stayed quiet about his decision, but insiders say he sees it as a unique opportunity to advance his career.
Roger never got Trainer of the Year when Floyd was Fighter of the Year. Yeah. His dad never got Trainer of the Year. So, I've been openly expressing that, and I think it's time that Calvin gets his just due.
Yeah.
Floyd's empire is huge, and joining Mayweather Promotions gives Calvin Ford access to more fighters, greater visibility, and the chance to be part of bigger matches than he ever imagined.
So
his lifestyle, he may be friends with the guy that fights that fights in the main event. But he can't live the same lifestyle that the main event fighter lives.
But this move isn't just about advancing his career. Rumors suggest Ford might have mixed feelings about Tank, especially after all the recent chaos. From legal troubles to courtroom appearances and Tank's unpredictable personal life making headlines, it's been a lot to handle.
For battery, domestic violence. Put your hands behind your back. You got handcuffs?
Hey, the little one inside.
You don't gotta ask me about her.
Well, we need to make sure she's with somebody.
She's okay. She's with somebody.
Okay, listen, I get you that you're upset, but we can't just say...
Signing with Mayweather Promotions might be Ford's way of moving forward with a professional team that provides stability, something Tank hasn't always been able to offer.
He didn't have a chance to focus 100% on boxing. You know, one day you're worried about the position that your family is in. You worried about your living conditions.
So, how is Tank handling all this? Not well, which isn't a surprise. Sources say he feels completely betrayed, seeing Ford's move as choosing Floyd over him. Tank was already upset over rumors that Ford was sharing private training tips with Floyd, and this signing feels like salt on an open wound.
Calvin Ford, what does he mean to you when you hear that name? What does he mean when you first hear that?
A father. Father. And then
Feud between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis has become one of the most dramatic stories in boxing. What started as a professional disagreement has turned into a full-blown war, with careers and legacies on the line. These two were once very close. So what went wrong? Rumors suggest Floyd hired people to confront Tank during his runs and even spied on him. It's said Floyd tipped off Tank's former opponent, Frank Martin, about his moves and shared inside knowledge after years of working together. That level of betrayal hit Tank hard, and he hasn't taken it lightly.
he the one told Frank that I was running at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. I seen his people's drive by while I was running. It's cool. It's all right. You know? I don't really think too much of it. He's not gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to be with him than be cool with him, because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll put you in bad situation.
All right, that's all for today. What do you think about everything we just uncovered? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love reading what you all have to say. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more updates like this. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest stories. Boxing Glory, signing off. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll catch you in the next one.